Okay, I am torn on this one. So, Amanda Seyfried is a really great actress. Sydney Sweeney, not so much. Sydney's facial expressions range from constipated to slightly constipated. Even when she changes expression, her face looks locked or something. Her eyes always look flat. She always has that same blank stare. And she uses the same monotone delivery to express every different emotion. Hey, Sydney, how are you feeling? Good. Hey, Sydney, how are you feeling? Scared. Petrified. Hey, Sydney, how are you feeling? So excited. Hey, Sydney, how are you feeling? I'm sad. Like, really sad. This film had potential to be really good, but Sydney Sweeney's wooden acting was a huge distraction for me, especially when compared to Amanda Seyfried's energy.
I don't really fit in very well with those other PTA moms. I guess I didn't realize how stressed I've been.
It's probably just all the new hormones making you go crazy. I wouldn't say anything to Andrew.
Get out. I have to shower, and you're gonna handle dinner later.
Yeah.
I understand Sydney Sweeney is one of the hot girls in Hollywood at the moment based on her look, but I think the film could have been much better had another actress been cast who could have matched Amanda's intensity. Someone like Jenna Ortega, for example. Acting is all about the eyes. Just look at how expressive her eyes are. Jenna is a real actress with great range who can work in this business for as long as she wants based on her talent. Whereas Sydney Sweeney, on the other hand, won't last once her looks decline. Not to say that Sydney is a terrible actress, she's just a very limited actress. If you know me, you know I don't care for a lot of mainstream movies and I watch a lot of indie and foreign films. I like stories that are offbeat and unpredictable. And I recently watched Sydney Sweeney in this low-budget indie film called Reality that was actually based off a true story. On this movie, she comes home one day after grocery shopping and has the FBI waiting for her at her doorstep, and they suspect her of a crime. And so the whole movie is just the FBI interrogating her about this crime. And in this role, Sydney's limited range and lack of expressiveness actually worked very well, because it gave her character a poker face and you couldn't figure out if she was lying or telling the truth. Some would say that this movie was too slow, but I was locked in because it was unpredictable. I really had no idea if she was innocent or guilty, or possibly framed, or maybe involved somehow indirectly. I just didn't know exactly where the story was going, and that's what I like in a movie. So I'm not saying Sydney Sweeney shouldn't get any roles at all. I'm just saying I think she should stick to roles within her limited range. And that a stronger actress working alongside a powerhouse like Amanda Seyfried would have made The Housemaid a lot better. Now, something that really irked the ever-living hell out of me throughout this entire movie was the music. Those high-pitched female vocals over the score that kept going in and out throughout the movie were like nails on a chalkboard. So annoying, I wanted to pull my hair out. Every song on this soundtrack that played during the movie felt very obnoxious, in your face, and pretentious. Not something that bodes well for a serious thriller. With that in mind, I was absolutely locked in the first half of this movie. Around the first 15 minutes when Amanda Seyfried's character Nina had her first episode, I was just like, WTF, what is wrong with this woman?
Nina!
Where are they?
Where what?
My PTA notes for the meeting tonight, they were right here on the counter, and now they're not here.
Where are they? I didn't see any notes.
Bullshit! Where are they?
Hey,
Nina,
hey,
no.
hey! What's going on?
Billy! Threw away my notes for the meeting tonight. Where are they?
And that's what I want from a movie. A movie that poses a question that I'm willing to wait 2 hours to find out the answer to. So good job in that department. Another positive is I think the actor who played Amanda Seyfried's husband, Andrew, did a good job. He has a strong screen presence and worked well with Amanda Seyfried, which was just another reminder how much Sydney Sweeney stuck out like a sore thumb. Which brings me to the main point of this review, the twist that provides the answer to the burning question, what exactly is wrong with Nina? And I will try to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but if you have not yet seen this movie and you do want to watch, you should probably pause this video and then come back later after you've watched the movie. Okay, so this is why I said that I was torn by this film. Because as you all know, I always talk about how I love a great twist. And this story does indeed provide an unpredictable twist, and I appreciate that. But here's the problem, or at least a problem for me personally. I'm not going to say that it will be a problem for everyone, but for me personally, I was so invested and locked in into the feud between Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney's character that when the twist was revealed, I was disappointed. The twist was just underwhelming to me because I felt like the strength of the film, the strength of the story was in Amanda Seyfried's character Nina, kind of like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. So when the twist came and altered things, I just felt let down. That's just me. I think the twist was good. I just felt like the movie could have been great if it just stayed the course. I'm so torn right now because I love twists, but I just felt like it didn't work in this story. How would I have written the second half of the story differently? I don't know. It's not my story to tell. But I do know I was thoroughly intrigued the first half and felt the second half fizzled out and ultimately became predictable. And for the ending, if you have seen it, of course you already know, but if you haven't, I'll try to be vague. But I just thought the part with the police was laughably bad. So lame, just did not feel authentic or true to real life at all. But then afterwards, there was another small reveal that I thought actually did work well. An explanation that really drove home the motivation of a certain character whom I will remain vague about. Let me know in the comments, should I just spill the beans in these reviews and go into full detail, or do you like that I'm trying to keep it vague? I guess it just depends on whether or not you've seen the movie or not. Overall, I'd say it's worth watching if you're into thrillers. I think some of you will like it and some of you won't. But at the very least, I'd definitely say it's worth a one-time watch. Alright, so that's about it for this review. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Hey, Sydney, how are you feeling? I'm sad. Like, really sad.